My next question, that would probably be the answer to this next question, but is there anything else that you'd recommend any agent could do to make a biggest impact moving forward?
I think that if you can, whatever you can do to increase your cash flow and kind of get scaled up. I look at it like, for me personally, I was able to scale up pretty quick. And I feel like that really it puts me in a different category now, because no matter what happens, I'm going to be able to ride out the low times.
Insurance dudes are on a mission to escape being handcuffed by our agencies.
How? By uncovering the secrets to creating a predictable, consistent, and profitable agency sales machine.
I am Craig Pretzinger.
I am Jason Feldman.
We are agents.
We are insurance dudes.
Right now, while it's fresh in your mind, check out live.teledudes.com.
We took our notes from over 100 interviews with top agents from around the country and made it into a live webcast.
Using these strategies led Craig and I to selling more than $10 million in premium in the last 2 years.
On this call, you'll receive the exact blueprint to get the same results.
Just go to live.teledudes.com to register for this upcoming Tuesday's live call with us.
If you jump on this call with us, we're certain 2022 will be an absolutely fantastic year for you.
See you there.
Do you pay remote employees more or less, or how does their comp structure pan out compared to in office?
I pay them a base salary. And,
the same?
What's that?
Same as the in office base salary?
Yeah, pretty much all of my salespeople are remote.
Wow.
Yeah, they're all on the same scale that I had when they were working in the office. I've seen where people say, well, you should just pay them commission or pay them less. The thing is I just treat them like a salesperson. I give them a lower base, just enough to probably get by. And then I put them on a commission plan, and I put bonuses in there every month.
Yeah.
And that's important. I think doing the bonuses on a monthly basis is important because, I get paid on a bonus yearly, but I think to keep the salespeople motivated, you have to have some sort of bonus like monthly. So if you guys hear a train coming by,
we do.
I love it.
There's a big train right here. I'm like in Easley, which is like just kind of a smaller town, but I'm on Main Street. It's a great little downtown, but there's trains that come through here. But like, for instance, when I was talking about the bonuses, I've noticed that with some of my people, they get the transfers coming in. So then I think it's kind of human nature where people can just get comfortable. Well, I got transfers coming in, so I don't have to make outbound calls now. So I'm trying to get my acquisition costs down and trying to get their calls up. So I put a bonus out this month for any requote that's sold. I'm doubling the commission.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because there's so many good requotes that from previous LSPs or whatever didn't close. Those are really good leads, but they just got to get worked. And so I feel like, well, somebody might say, well, that's crazy, you're doubling commission, but I'm not paying anything for the lead. And I'm trying to teach my team kind of like a lesson, like, hey, let's work some of these other leads outside just what's coming in to make higher commissions.
Love it. What are some other things that you do to keep the team motivated?
I try to, as far as bonuses go, I switched up. Like I like also focus on one call closes. The other thing I motivate my employees with is I try to get them together once in a while. Like we did a we did like a big Christmas lunch in the office, but not everybody could come because they're remote. But sometimes I'll give them like a little financial incentive, like give them a gift card or something if I feel like they do a good job. And I'm constantly monitoring, the communication between the LSPs, whether it's on Slack or through text messaging. Anytime I see something positive, like one of my LSPs today was quoting someone. They didn't have the driver's license, they didn't have the VIN numbers, but they went on the texting system. It just sounds crazy. You would think, well, that's pretty basic stuff. You would just text someone to get their information. But that was like something she had never done before. So I made a big deal about it. So great job. So I just try to give positive reinforcement, when I see somebody doing something good.
Nice.
Totally.
So we've touched a little bit on marketing. Why don't we talk a little bit more about what you're doing, what has been working the best for you, and go down that path?
Well, the marketing, I've kind of committed to the Teledudes for my marketing. And it's just because I really love the fact that we talked about how we control the data and the quality of policies that we're getting. We're getting homeowners, we're getting auto, we're getting umbrellas. So the Teledudes is awesome. The thing about it is you have to have a team that can close, and you have to be willing to coach your team, because otherwise, it's just not going to work. I've had teams in the past where I've tried similar things, and they were trying to win on price. They weren't really doing the sales call the right way. So I really spent a lot of time on my training and on, working with the Teledudes and just coaching on all aspects of the sales call. And then from there, I'm trying to get my team to, ask for referrals. And I'm leveraging our the way that I have my leads set up now. I've learned to really master the program. So all my leads coming in, because I'm doing a lot of internet leads, they're getting ported in, which makes it easy to follow up with the leads in the system, because you're not manually putting leads in. Everything is pretty much automated. And so getting my team just to focus on some of the, like I said, requotes, win backs, referrals, trying to add in some things, sprinkling things that are going to lower my acquisition costs across the board.
Love it. Yeah. The referrals is kind of a tough one. What do you exactly do for your referral process?
The biggest thing I just think is just coaching the team on asking for the referral. I have some people that I don't know, I don't understand why they're afraid to ask for the referral, but some people are afraid to ask for it. I feel like, I just feel like if you're doing the sales call the right way and you're having a conversation about the family risk and you're quoting everything, you did a great job. I mean, it's kind of your right to ask for the referral. You worked hard. I don't understand why it's hard. I mean, basically what we're doing is just giving out gift cards when someone gives us a referral. And, basically all salespeople has to do is just ask the client, hey, I've done a really great job for you today. Do you have anyone in town that I can help? Same way I just helped you with these great policies that covered your family.
Right.
Nice.
It's not really a hard thing to do, but to be honest with you, I really need to focus on going back to training and being a good leader. If we're not getting referrals, well, I need to kind of own that and coach my team up more.
Make them believers.
Yep.
Yeah. And like I said, I have one that's a rock star. She gets, she'll get 5 or 6 referrals off one client. And so I try to put a spotlight on that. But, 1 month I'll do, maybe next month I can do a contest for whoever gets, X amount of referrals gets a bonus and tier it up,
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're leaving money on the table. If one's getting 5 and shows that she can consistently get those referrals, I mean, the other ones are just leaving all of that premium and commission money on the table, right? Like it's there.
Yeah.
Just like all the other stuff. If you're consistent with it, it works. If they ask once, they get a no, and then they go, oh, see, it doesn't work, right? They always focus on the negative part instead of the positive. Yeah. It's tough. Okay, so we get a new client, they come in. What kind of things do you do to really enhance the client journey, like that experience as they come to the Kish agency?
What I'm trying to do right now to make it, our retention's pretty good. We have a good customer service team. We really work hard. We make mistakes and we're not perfect, obviously, but what I'm really trying to focus on right now is, the retention. When you get to be a certain size, you have a lot of calls coming, a lot of customer service. So in the past, I used to call all of the renewals like every 6 months. And when I was a smaller agent, I was a master at calling the renewals and being able to cross-sell them and sell life insurance and all that. But now, I can't focus time on just doing that. So I have a team that was doing that. So what I've decided to do, though, is kind of change up my retention process. And so here's another idea that I stole from another agent. One thing that we started doing in our office is I use this program called Send Out Cards. And it's a cool little platform. You can upload like your book of business into it. And anytime you talk to a customer, maybe they lost someone recently, or they have COVID, or maybe somebody got married or whatever. Anything that's noteworthy that sticks out that our customer service team has a conversation about, we will go into the platform and send them a card from the agency. And you just go in there, and the platform, you can type in the customer's name and then make a card. It takes about a minute, and then it just sends them a card, and that's it. So you don't have to you're not physically writing out a card or putting a stamp on it. But it's been very impactful, because when a customer when they get a card from you and it references a conversation that they actually had with somebody in the office, I feel like that really takes it to kind of a different level as far as them appreciating the agency. And so that's kind of been my secret sauce for my retention. And I'm trying to back away from calling every single renewal, because I don't think it's sustainable. And we're trying to focus more on doing customer service on the onboarding side, with making sure everything's done correctly when the customer first starts.
I love that.
We'll call them. We'll make sure they're getting texted if they want to. Make sure all the lines of communication, all the documents are in place. And I feel like that's beneficial, because, for retention, that's when you're going to lose the customer at the highest rate, right? The first year or two.
Right.
So that's kind of what I've tried to do to improve our overall performance, is as far as getting our customers to, be happy with everything.
I love that. Send out cards. I love that.
Yeah.
It cuts the friction of, because we've done that in the past, where it's okay, send out a card. Then you need stamps, you need the cards. There's always something that kind of gets there's friction involved. So that does alleviate that friction. I love that. Is there anything else that you do as far as retention? I know it's kind of onboarding and all the stuff that you mentioned is a great way for retention, but is there anything else that you do?
Not really. I feel like the send out cards, I'm hoping that that's going to be a game changer for us. We just started doing it in the program. It's great. I pay about $100 a month. You can send an unlimited amount of cards, and you can write the note in there and references the conversation. But I don't know. I haven't really figured out anything else. I'm trying to streamline things, because we get so many phone calls. We're doing the fundamentals. We call all of our customers when they're on the cancellation list, or they're going to be on the list. We're religiously doing that to try to help people. That's about it. We stay pretty busy, so I don't have anything else on that, really.
Cool. So besides listening to this I'm stealing Craig's question here.
Do it. I want to see if you have the delivery.
Yeah. Okay. Let me start over again. Besides listening to this podcast, how else do you keep yourself motivated?
That's pretty good.
Personally, I'm not big on Facebook, and it'll be nighttime and I'll be on my laptop. My wife said, "Why are you on Facebook all the time?" And it's not because I'm on there sharing photos or whatever. I'm not really a big social media guy, but there's a lot of positive groups on Facebook. With Insurance Dudes is one of them, and there's different groups, and I just really follow people that are trying to do the same thing I'm doing, which is grow our business, hit our goals, just figure out how to do things better. And so that's kind of what's really helped me, as far as almost like having a mentor, just seeing what all these other talented people are doing. And, if I can pick up a few things here and there and incorporate it, that's kind of what I've tried to do.
Love that.
Yeah. Before you go on to the next question, Craig, and I'm sorry for stealing your last question, but
it's all good.
I just wanted to kind of reflect on that. It's funny, the whole 2020 till now thing. I didn't realize, we launched the Teledudes program right at the beginning, and we were with talking to a lot of good agents on Zoom. And, because we had a good group of agents that we're talking to, things didn't affect me like I saw it affect other people. And that's when, and then Craig and I joined, a mentor program because we're the same way. Like, we know that, as far as like, we love being mentors, but we also love, we need to be mentored, and being a part of just positivity with other people and agents. And it's huge because, dude, it's tough. Like now that we're 2 years into the whole COVID thing, and just the whole landscape of the way people has changed, like inadvertently, like not intentionally at all, but like it has changed, and it's easy to get sucked into such negativity or buying into, the doomsday whole vibe of what's getting preached out there. But it's important now more than ever to just be around positive people with a great outlook that are willing to, look at themselves like you, like that have looked at themselves and said, you know what, I can be better than this. This is what I've done in the past, and I strive for more. It's just super important, I think.
Yeah. And, when I first started as an agent, there wasn't all these programs available. It seems like just recently.
Right.
And I would go to lunch with the local, agents that I was friends with, and everybody would bitch about everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'm just, stuck in my little town. And so it's really just blown the doors open. I'm like, hey, this is what you could actually do if you have the right mindset. You take ownership of everything. And, so many people have inspired me. You guys have inspired me with what you're doing. And so I love it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I did just try to soak it up.
It's like you can't control very much in this lifetime. A lot of stuff comes at you. And I think of information and the people that I'm around as like the food for my mind and soul, where like, you feed yourself, you control what you eat. We control all these other things that the few things we can control. We have to control who we surround ourselves with and the information that we consume. And it's very easy to do that if we eliminate the news or eliminate, different things so we're not affected, like to Jason's point, COVID, while of course it existed because, you're walking around, you see masks and all that, from a business standpoint, it wasn't something that I'm sure many, many agents or business owners complained and griped about COVID. I didn't. It was a blessing. It created massive growth for the agency because we looked at it as an opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. It was scary there at first.
It was scary there at first.
It was.
March is always my best month. And we were rolling, man. We were rolling into March, and all of a sudden COVID hit, and it was like everything just got like shut down. So like my business kind of took a hit at first. But then, we adapted, we shut the doors, and then we just, work the phones and everything. And, I grew my business by a bunch, during the COVID years.
Yep.
So what do you think the biggest change that you see affecting all of the agents and agencies in this industry over the next couple of years?
Man, it's so competitive. I kind of see a trend now. The smaller guys are getting kind of pushed out, but at the same time, it's creating opportunities. And as I mentioned, I just purchased 2 different agencies in the last 2 years back to back, just because they were great opportunities. Buying insurance agency doesn't, those opportunities don't always come around that often. So I think just the competition from, within with other agents, and, I feel like the actual insurance carriers, they could figure out a way to get rid of the agents and make more money. They obviously would do that. So we're kind of competing against the carriers. We're competing against, people that have the same brand that we do. And then we're competing against other, carriers. So I just really, I'm trying to hang my hat on training and development, and just showing that value when, and we're a sales agency. The days of just being a service agent and writing what walks in the door, those days are gone.
Right.
So you have to have a strategy for acquisition and a strong training and development for your team, or probably not going to make it long term.
I love that. I agree. And my next question, that would probably be the answer to this next question, but is there anything else that you'd recommend any agent could do to make a biggest impact moving forward?
I think that if you can, whatever you can do to increase your cash flow and kind of get scaled up. I look at it like, for me personally, I was able to scale up pretty quick, and I feel like that really puts me in a different category now because no matter what happens, I'm going to be able to ride out the low times. The smaller guys, when they just first start out, they're working on real thin margins. It kind of makes it harder. But after you've been in business for a while, after you get your renewals increasing and stuff, you have, that's the thing that nobody tells you about is really the most important thing in this business is cash flow. And if you have the cash flow, you can pretty much, make it work. It's guys that don't have the cash flow. That's probably what, dooms them. The biggest thing is if they don't know what they're doing and they don't have the money and they don't know where to spend the money and they don't have the money, then it makes it harder to succeed.
Right. Yeah. I think that the additional cash flow gives you greater opportunity to take additional risk and have a couple misses. Right. Whereas when you're scarcity and no money, it's like, one mistake and the cards fall, the house of cards falls. So
another thing about cash.
So yeah.
Well, I was just going to say about the cash flow too, is like I see some agents that are doing well, but they don't invest in their business.
Right.
And so then it's like they're looking at like their margins and they're not investing, but then they're complaining. And I'm like, honestly, man, to be successful, you got to max the bonus out and you got to invest in the business.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't think enough people do that.
You can't drive the car fast without any gas in it.
Right.
So, Chad, how can all the insurance dudes and dudettes reach out to you if they're not already part of the Teledudes Elite and find you on the interwebs if they wanted to give you a call at midnight?
Or a high five.
Should I give out my email?
Sure. It's up
unless
to you.
It has a carrier name in it.
Yeah,
it's a certain carrier.
Anybody that wants to email me, chadk71@gmail.com.
Cool.
Nice.
Or hit me up. I'm on a lot of the Facebook groups, and I love to share ideas with people and stuff. So if anybody heard something that we talked about today that they'd like to email me or hit me up on Facebook.
Yep. And they can also
awesome,
email us and text us at what is it, Jason?
520
520
2219.
2219. Yeah. Well, Chad, hey, so awesome to hang out for an hour with you. We love having you on that Wednesday call as well. And it's great seeing you.
Yeah. Thanks so much for taking your time to share what you do in your agency with us. It means a lot.
Hey, thanks for the program that you guys started. And I love the Teledudes. Super excited about everything going forward.
Cool, man.
Awesome. So are we, man.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, stay safe out there and we'll talk soon.
Yep. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, bye.
Thanks, Chad.
See you.
Hey, what are you still doing here?
Well, while you're still here and while it's fresh in your mind, check out live.teledudes.com.
Yeah, if you weren't listening before, we took notes from over 100 interviews with top agents from around the country and made it into a live webcast.
Using these strategies did help Craig and I write over $10 million in premium in the last couple years.
And let me tell you, on this call, you'll receive the exact blueprint to get the very same results.
Again, that's live.teledudes.com to register for this upcoming Tuesday's live call with us.
And if you jump on with us, we are certain 2022 will be an absolutely fantastic year for you.
See you there.